Hello and welcome back. Today I wanted to do a vlog and I think I'm gonna do it for like a few days in my life, so maybe like today, tomorrow, Tuesday, just because I kind of have a lot going on right now, so it might be like fun to actually vlog since I'm actually doing something. It is Sunday morning. I think it is 10:30. I slept in, which I really needed, so just got up, got ready really quick. I'm just in like a matching set from Hollister that I've had, and then I have this cute little bag, but I'm about to go pick up my friend because we're gonna go to this coffee shop that I've been wanting to go to for a while. I saw it on TikTok and it was like coffee places you need to go to in New Jersey or something like that, and this one I have never heard of, and I don't know how because it's not that far from me, and it is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. It has like a store attached to it, and the store part of it is like such a me store. It has like cute stationery and cards and like all these little like knickknacks that like you never really need, but like you buy anyway because they're too cute to resist. I'm very excited. I wanted to go last weekend, but I didn't feel good, so we postponed it to this weekend. The rest of my like day looks like pretty open and relaxing. I wanted to do some cleaning in my room, wanted to go through some of my clothes. Oh, I wanted to update my reading journal because it's April 6th, I think, today. I actually don't know. Maybe it's the 7th. It's the first week of April, which means I need to update my March spread in my reading journal, and I read a lot of books in March and a lot of really good ones, so I want to do like separate spreads for like the ones that I like really loved. So I want to spend some time doing that today, and I feel like that's all I wanted to do, and then just like chill out. Oh, and I got my book of the month book in yesterday, which I already opened, but I want to show what it is. I want to start that today because I just finished the new Abby Jimenez book. It's right here. Okay, I just finished Say You'll Remember Me like yesterday or the day before, and I'm not going to talk about it in a video, and I didn't rate it on Goodreads or anything because this is my friends and we have a little summer book club that we started earlier this year. So this was the book that we chose, and I don't want to say anything or talk about it until after we meet, but I did finish this, and yes, so now I'm in the market to start something new, which was perfect that my book of the month book just got delivered. So yeah, that is the agenda. That's what I remember my mental checklist was. I wanted to do my reading journal, start that new book, and unhaul books, and then just like chill out and whatever after we go to this coffee shop that I'm literally dying to see. I'm gonna go pick up my friend, and yeah, we'll see you when we get there. Bye.
Oh my god, I can't. Aw, take two. It's okay to not be okay.
Okay, hello. We just went to, okay, so we went to Lovebird Cafe in Brick, if you're from New Jersey, and we got the coffees that I was talking about earlier. So I got a honey lavender latte with oat milk. So
I like their cups.
yeah, the cups are cute. But Mine's good. It's very lavender-y, so if you don't like that, you won't like this. But Kylie got 2 drinks.
Yeah,
She wanted to
I
try.
did because I'm rich. Brown sugar, like oat milk latte.
Hers is really good. It's very sweet.
It's very sweet. And I really wanted to try the strawberry matcha.
It's
I
very
wish I could see
pretty.
this. This needs a little bit of sweetener. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that into it, but it's very pretty.
Check this place out. It's really cute, but it's really tiny, so we couldn't sit inside because it's like packed right now and there's no room for us.
And it's kind of like you have to pull off the road.
What?
This place, like it's not in like a
it's not in like a shopping center. Yeah, it's like on the side of the road. But I did see a sign in there that said like there's outdoor seating available, so like probably when it gets nicer out, yeah, it'll like be more spacious because like they have, it's like a store too, so it's like a market and they have like stickers, cards, all that stuff. So we looked at some of it, but we couldn't really get to all of it because it was so crowded.
With the sweetener, much better. Give that a try.
Let me see.
I really like the foam.
I didn't try it with the foam before because I had it out of the straw.
Fire.
That tastes more like a matcha. No. I'm gonna rate my coffee honestly, a Splenda like wouldn't be the worst thing in the world with this.
I have a Splenda stevia. Put this here.
Oh well, what the hell are you waiting for?
That's what I'm good for. The strawberry matcha. Since I had to make my own alterations, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. But that's because I need a little sweetness in my life.
I was gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
So.
And the brown sugar, vanilla oat milk thing, I'm gonna give this a 7.8 because I really love it. But it's a little too sweet. Definitely better.
Okay. Final verdict with the Splenda. I'm going 8.
Yeah.
I'm going 8. We passed a shopping center that had a Barnes & Noble. Where do you want to go? Barnes & Noble?
Barnes & Noble.
I want to get a book because we're going to New Orleans on Wednesday, which is the trip that I was alluding to before, and the book that I want to read on the plane is Lessons in Chemistry. I don't know why I haven't read it yet because it actually is very
actually been
popular.
seeing that one on my For You page.
Yeah, and
y'all know I'm not on Book Talk.
And there's a show that's really good on it. That's like my new thing.
Really?
Yes, I think I'm just gonna start reading books that have like TV shows or movies so that I have something to watch because there's nothing good on TV anymore. So I
would like to go to any store that has something I can buy. I'm in that mood. Spending money and trying to be happy.
Okay, whatever. We'll see you when we get to whatever store we end up going to. So
transition. Bye.
This stupid opening the door.
I like it.
no.
Wait.
This is what I want. Woohoo!
To get the book. That's pretty.
I really want this on my shelf. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Here's our book club book. I'm saying that this is our book club book. I just finished it.
I'm on page 6.
Wait, this is so cute. They're coming out with a second one.
Really?
It's called The Perfect Divorce, the next one. Wait, this one is really pretty. I love the lighthouse. You need to read this, the back of it. Wait, this sounds good too. see. Follow me. Read this. It was okay. Let's see. What else did I read? There's nothing over here. I'm reading this right now on my Kindle. And I want to read this. Wait, why can't I find another book that I've read? Well, oh, I read this. Also read this.
I thought you really liked that one.
It was good. It was fast. I read it in a day. But like,
Okay, Flex. Like,
oh my god. This is what we're talking about.
that's the guy
All of this.
you want to see, right?
Yes. Ugh. And these are the books we're buying.
Flip it over.
Hello, I am back home now. I've been home for a little bit. So as you saw, we went to Barnes & Noble and I ended up getting the book Lessons in Chemistry. Like I said before, I have been seeing it a lot more recently and I've been recommended it a lot, and so I wanted to read it. So I got that book, and then we went to DSW and I actually got 2 pairs of shoes on clearance that were like so cute, but I didn't bring them in yet. They're still in the car because I couldn't carry everything in at once and I haven't gone back out. So I'll show the shoes later when I bring them in. But just ate dinner and now I want to start doing my reading journal. This is what we're starting with. This was like the intro to March like spread that I did. So it's like very colorful, and I got like all of this off of Pinterest, like I usually always do for my reading journals, because sometimes I can come up with something like in my head and like I'm like, oh wow, that was really creative for me, but sometimes I'm like, I literally can't think of anything, so I need Pinterest, and I feel like today might be one of those days. Make a Pages document and put all the books that I read in March on there so that I can print them out, and then I'm gonna get all my supplies set up so that I can do that. But I want to watch something while I do this, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch like a show or if I'm gonna watch YouTube, because I'm not really in the middle of a show. Well, I am in the middle of a show, but I need to like really pay attention, and like I'm not in the mood to start that right now. I'm watching Paradise on Hulu. It's really good, and I've been stuck with like finding something to watch ever since I finished Severance, because that one was like the best thing I've ever seen. So when I finished that, I was like, nothing's gonna top this show, and I don't know what I want to watch at all. So then I saw Paradise on Hulu and I was like, oh, this sounds kind of interesting. So I watched the first episode. A lot happened in the first episode, and then when the way that it ended, I was like very much intrigued, so I kept watching it. I'm gonna watch YouTube, catch up on videos that I haven't seen, and yeah, do my reading journal. I think it is 8:30. So I just finished updating my reading journal. So I want to show you what I did. So if we start here, the first page. Okay, also there's like this really weird glare, and I realized that it's because I cracked my screen protector in front of like the front camera a little bit. So sorry about that. But first page that we have to update is 25 books in 2025. But I shouldn't say that I updated it because I didn't read anything on this list. So we moved right along and didn't check anything off that. Okay, then I have the books read. So March I read 9 books, which is my best month so far of the year. And then over here I did like the color tracking. So orange is 4 stars, pink is 5 stars, and blue is 3 stars. So it was an awesome reading month for me because there's so much orange and so many pink. So lots of 4 and 5 star reads, and then there's one 3 star. And then the next spread is the A to Z reading challenge. So I think I added deep cuts. I added Promise Me Sunshine for P. And then for W, I added Wild Love and Wild Dark Shore because I wrote Wild Love first, and then I realized Wild Dark Shore was my favorite book of the month, and I wanted to include it on here. So did that. So still have a lot of letters of the alphabet to complete, so that's fun. And then my favorite books of each month page, I added Wild Dark Shore to that page. I had like a bunch of random stuff at the top and on the bottom, but essentially I just used that cardstock and then put all the books that I read in March on that. And then the next 2, I actually really love how they turned out, and looking at them makes me happy. Okay, so these are the 2 spreads, Wild Dark Shore and Sunrise on the Reaping. And I really like how they came out. I feel like it's really both of the vibes of the book. So like Wild Dark Shore, you have the seals, the lighthouse, you have a girl looking out at the ocean, a whale. I'm deeming this father and son. And yeah, and I have one of my favorite quotes from the book, but here is the nature of life, that we must love things with our whole selves, knowing they will die. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was just really strong and really powerful. So I included that on here because I really, really liked that quote. And then Sunrise on the Reaping, we have what I'm going to say are mockingjays. And then, yeah, we have, this is covering it, but it says Victor's Village, obviously the Mockingjay pin, the Reaping, and then just this says District 12, the odds are never in our favor. And then just kind of some pictures that I felt like you were in like the games and stuff. Really wanted to do 2 solo pages for them because I love these books and I think about them a lot. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And I realized that I never talked about Wild Dark Shore in a video, and I got it from Book of the Month, and I'm like so thankful and grateful that I did, because I don't know if I would have heard about it at all or as soon as I did without Book of the Month. Yeah, I have it right next to me, and I just there are so many things to love about it. All of the characters, the storyline, the pacing, the themes, just everything about it is so good, and I can't recommend it enough. And yeah, like that quote I just read, like there's so many more in here that are just as impactful, and the ending really got me. So yeah, loved this. And then as far as Sunrise on the Reaping goes, like I don't think Suzanne Collins can write a bad book. Like, I mean, reading it, I was just excited in general because I love the series, and I've loved it for so long. And when A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out last year or 2 years ago, that reading experience was also amazing, and I loved that book, and then I loved the movie, and then I heard this was coming out and I was so excited. And yeah, it did not disappoint at all. Like, she just does such a good job of like explaining our characters and like how they're developed, and like the anxiety of like being at the reaping is so palpable. Like I was anxious. I'm always anxious reading about the reaping, and things from A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes translated into Sunrise on the Reaping. And like there were a lot of things that I like tabbed in the book because there were connections from A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes that were made in Sunrise on the Reaping. So I'm like really happy I read that before, because I think it just made the reading experience like elevated, and I was like, oh my god, that's from that book, and like I know what they're referring to when they say this, and like whatever. The series as a whole is just so heartbreakingly connected, and you know, it's really a testament to the author and like how she planned all of this out. And you know, when you're reading Sunrise on the Reaping, and there are things that are said that, you know, show up in the Hunger Games, or you like connect it to like when it's Katniss's games. What I'm trying to say essentially is when you go back and rewatch the movies, it is like a different experience, because it was for the first time after I read A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and then I was paying such close attention to President Snow, and I was like, oh my god, like he does this because of this, and like just knowing all of those facts and how he grew up and everything we learned in that book and why he is the way that he is. It's so interesting to rewatch the movies with that knowledge. And same thing goes for Haymitch. It's so interesting to rewatch the movies having read about his background and everything. And then I think that's why I just love the reading journal like whole thing, is because it's so fun to look back on even now, because I can look back on like my 2024 reading journal, and yeah, not only is it just like fun to do in the moment, and it's therapeutic, and it's like creative juices get to flow and everything like that, and you get to visually see like how much you read and like all of that stuff. Like it just, I feel like in the future will be really fun to look back on as well. Like, oh my god, that was my favorite book when I was 21, 22. So, and like maybe in the future, like if I continue to do this, like you can see how like your reading tastes maybe change as you grow up or whatever. So yeah, that is that. Right now I have just made my tea, my peppermint tea, and I do want to start the book that I got from Book of the Month this month, which is The Sun Was Electric Light by Rachel Morton. I picked this one as my Book of the Month pick because as I was scrolling through the April selections, it said that this one was a Book of the Month exclusive. I added it to my Goodreads. It said that it comes out July 1st. So I guess this is technically an ARC because it's not going to be out for a few months wherever you can purchase it. I didn't realize how short it was. So I think it's just under 200 pages, and I will read the synopsis because I thought it was very interesting. So, disillusioned with her life in New York, Ruth returns to a lake town in Guatemala where she had been happy a decade earlier. There in, I don't want to butcher this name, but Panajachel, I think that's how you say it, she meets two very different women, the calm and practical Emily and the turbulent and intoxicating Carmen. Deciding to stay and build a life at the lake, Ruth finds work first as a nanny to a wealthy local family, then as an English teacher at a village school. Meanwhile, she becomes increasingly infatuated by her friendship with Carmen, pushing away the stability of her connection with Emily. As Carmen's fragile relationship with the world splinters, the difference between being a visitor and truly belonging becomes clear, and Ruth is forced to act. The Sun Was Electric Light is a sublime novel about searching for belonging and a life that makes sense. So, I'm going to start this and we shall see how far I get into it, if I have any updates tonight. If not, then I will talk to you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Monday. It's 11:45 and I just got home. Had a very busy morning. I need to turn the windshield. Okay. First I got my nails done. So they're very springy and they're very cute. I was extremely indecisive and I basically just put 2 ideas that I saw on Pinterest together, and that's what we came up with. So very happy with this. And then I went straight to my orthodontist appointment because I'm getting Invisalign, so for my bottom teeth, so I had to do like the scans and the x-rays and stuff for that. So I just got home from that, and it is an extremely rainy day. It is so, like, actually today might just be like the pinnacle, like the definition of like a gloomy day. Like, it's just like I want to stay home, I want to lay in bed and be under covers and read my book and like just not leave the house again, but unfortunately that's not gonna happen. I can lay down and read my book for a little bit, but then I have to go to work, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna go inside, make some breakfast, and then probably sit down with my book. I read a little bit this morning when I woke up, so I think I'm like 55 pages into the book that I started last night. So yeah, probably will continue that for a little bit and then get ready to head on to work. So hopefully like the rain stops soon because it's just so dreary and not fun. So yeah, that's it. That's what I've been doing. So yeah, time to eat breakfast. I'm starving. It's almost lunchtime, but yeah. Hi, puppy. Oh. Okay, so for breakfast today, we're gonna be having these gluten-free English muffins from Trader Joe's. They're actually very good, and I'm gonna put avocado on them. And usually I will put an egg on them, but I'm like not in the mood for an egg at all. So we're gonna just do some avocado toast on these gluten-free English muffins. Breakfast is served. Cheers. Yesterday I said that we went to DSW also, and we got 2 pairs of shoes on clearance, and I finally got them out of the car. The first pair of shoes that I got were these like flats, but they're like so cute because they have rhinestones all over them, and then they have like the strap on the ankle. So I think these are like just so dainty and cute. Because these next pair of shoes are literally like, I'll actually give a quick story time. So first, when you go in DSW, they obviously also, if you hear like music, it's because anytime we all leave the house and my dog is here alone, we put on Pandora, like dog music radio, and it's like supposed to be very calming for her. So that's what you hear. When you go in DSW, and you go all the way in the back, they have like all the clearance ones, and it's like separated by shoe size, obviously. So Kylie, we went to her section first because I have really small feet, and like I never have any luck like at all finding shoes, especially just 1, shoes that fit me, and then 2, shoes that fit me and are on sale, and 3 that are cute. So like if I find that, it's like very rare. So anyway, we were in her section of shoes, and she found these shoes, and I was like, that's like actually really annoying because I love them and I want them. I was like, you have to get them, they're so cute. Okay, so then she's like, well, why don't we just check your section? And I was like, okay. We're starting to leave, and we see like the 6.5 shoes, and they were there, and I was like, oh my god, like why, like so close? And she was like, just try them on, like maybe they'll fit. So I tried them on. They fit like a glove. It was a very big win for me. So without further ado, they are Steve Madden clogs, but they have like these studs all around it. And oh my God, I love them. Like, I love them. I'm so happy that they were there and that I was meant to find them and they were meant to find me, and it was just like perfect timing, and they're so cute. So those were the shoes that I got yesterday that I left in the car overnight because I didn't want to go back outside. Now I think I'm going to read a little bit and then head on to work. So hey. Okay, it's way later. I got back from work like an hour ago and I showered and I got my suitcase out because I need to start packing for this trip. So it's empty. I have all of the clothes surrounding it that I think I want to bring, and all the packing cubes that are over there because I'm gonna put all of it, as much of it, in packing cubes as I can. Because I just recently started using packing cubes actually when I was packing for Aruba, and it actually made me feel very organized because here's some things about me when I pack. I overpack no matter what. It does not matter. I've tried. Aruba was probably the best I packed for because I actually like planned out outfits and I knew how many dinners I was going to. I knew like I was basically going to be in a bathing suit all day. Like, I actually packed really well for that. But also when I get to where I'm going and then I start taking things out of the suitcase, then it just becomes an absolute nightmare. It's literally disgusting. I'm so messy. And these packing cubes have actually saved me because I just put things, like I separated by like casual shirts, going out shirts, bottoms, and yeah. So I also have cookies baking. I have cookies baking downstairs because I want a sweet treat, and it's 9 o'clock, and what I really want to do is lay down, but I have no time to really pack tomorrow because I'm working all day. So gonna get as much as I can done tonight because the flight on Wednesday is at like the flight is at 1, but we have to leave my house at like 9:30 in the morning, so there's not too much time Wednesday morning, and I really don't want to rush. Like, I want to just wake up. Here's my dream. I wake up, the suitcase is already packed, my airport outfit is already out. I literally just use a few toiletries, put them away, put the suitcase, zip it up, and leave. Simple. But knowing me, that's probably not gonna happen. I'm gonna watch YouTube, go get my cookies, and try to do this for as long as I can until I can't. A few days later, and I wanted to come on and say that I finished. The sun was electric light. I do have to leave for the airport in like 5 minutes, so this is going to be really quick, but I also wanted to just end the vlog. I gave this 3 stars, I think, on Goodreads, and if I remember correctly, I said that it was like unlike anything I had ever read before. It was very slow and mundane, and like very character driven. Our main character, I think I read this in the synopsis, but she wanted to like make a change in her life, and so she moved back to the last place she remembered being happy, which was this town in Guatemala. And there she meets these people, and so at first she meets Emily, and then Emily moves, and then she meets Carmen and Dwayne, and she kind of like creates this little like family. And it kind of, every character is going through something, so it's not just focused on Ruth as our main character. Obviously it mainly is following what she is doing, but you get glimpses of what the other characters are doing as well. And like I said, I think this is one that like it required a lot of thought after I finished it. Like I was looking back on it and I was like, okay, what am I supposed to take away from this? Like Ruth was really struggling with what the meaning of her life was. She was always trying to like chase this like passion that she was trying to find, like something that made her feel whole. And she thought it was like if she moved back to the place she would feel whole again. And then she met these people and she was like, they make me feel whole. And then she was like, but what's something that's for me? And like, what do I do? And what do I offer? And like, so she was kind of like trying to figure that out throughout the book. So like I said, I feel like mundane is like a good way to describe it, because it was like the sentence structure and like the storytelling was very simple. It's very short, so like you can read this in like one sitting, especially with how quickly, like how simple the sentence structure and everything is. It was interesting because I had never read anything like this before, and so I gave it 3 stars because I would recommend it and I did enjoy it. Like while I was reading it, I was very captivated and I did want to know like what was going to happen, and I was interested in all of the characters. And I do think like after like processing it a little bit more, like it will make more sense to me, I think. I don't have too much to say, but I definitely would recommend it and I would want people to read it so that I could talk about it with them. And I did look at a lot of Goodreads reviews and everything, and a lot of people do enjoy it. And I do think that if like you were to read this at different times in your life, like it would mean something different to you each time. And yeah, now I'm getting ready to go to the airport. My suitcase is downstairs, and like I said, we're going to New Orleans, so that'll be really fun, and I want to try to vlog while I'm there as well. And then I started a new book when I finished this yesterday. I started Lessons in Chemistry, which I bought in this video, and I think I'm like 85 pages in, and I can tell you that I have extremely good feelings about this one. Like I love the writing. It kind of reminds me of Frederick Bachman, like just a tad, like his writing. But regardless, like I love the plot and I love our character, and I am just so excited to keep reading. I'm like itching to get on the plane so that I can tune everything out and simply just read for the whole flight. That's it. I'm gonna end it here, and yeah, thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.